And joining us now is the head coach of the Greenbrier Christian 9-1 varsity baseball Gators, Pat Nichols. As you know, Pat played minor league baseball, went to college at Coastal Carolina, went to ODU for all ODU fans out there, and he played AAA ball for the Nationals organization, and also went to 2 spring training camps, and he is now the coach of the Greenbrier Christian Gators, ranked number 2 in Virginia. Hey, Coach Nichols, good to have you.
Hey, John. Good morning.
Hey, you guys, 9-1 on the season. Even the one loss you had 13 walks in that game, 5 errors, kind of an anomaly. Just a bad baseball game. Tell me about your game tonight, Bishop McNamara. Who are they?
They're a group out of Maryland that reached out, and Anthony, their coach, reached out and wanted to play, and I'm willing to play. Anybody that has a good squad, that they want to come here, we'll play you. So, from what I understand, they run well. They're fast. They put the ball in play, and they have a frontline arm on the mound. So we'll see.
All right. Well, they're 7-2 on the season. They're coming down here from Maryland. Of course, getting here on a Friday night, like you can't get to where we are from where they are, so they probably have to leave now in order to make that game at 6 p.m. But look, what about your team? I mean, you're ranked like 220 or something nationally, but you're ranked 2nd in Virginia. Tell us about 10 games in, how you feel about the team, what's working, what isn't.
You know what? We're swinging the bats very well. We're running very well. We have areas that we need to improve. Obviously, we're not all the way there yet. But as having been through a high school baseball season plenty of times, your goal is you want your team to be on an upward trend, and you don't expect everything to be firing on all cylinders. 10 games in, you want everything to be firing on all cylinders in May. And so we haven't been flawless so far, but we're getting better and better as we go. So hopefully we continue to get better and better the rest of the way.
Well, you're ranked number 2 in the state. The only team ranked ahead of you is Benedictine, who's 8-0. You guys are 9-1. I look at your schedule, and you hate to say this going in, but you play a lot of good teams. But I mean, I've watched almost all of your games. I think you guys are going to run the table. I mean, you've got here's the thing that you've got that why you're a tough matchup. You're never out of any game, even if one of your starters gets lit up early. I mean, these bats in the order 1-9. Coach, I think you got the best hitting team in Virginia, maybe the entire Mid-Atlantic.
I've had some fellow coaches on other teams say that say similar things to me, which is very, very flattering to hear from people on the other side of the dugout or the opposite side of the field. But regardless, you know what? Any pitcher can beat any team on any given day. You look in the big leagues and you see, just like you mentioned, Justin Verlander earlier. Justin Verlander can face the hottest bats in major leagues, and he can shut them down like it's nothing. And a lot of the teams that we will run into later in the division have, and our state division, have really good arms on the mound, and you got to be able to match that. And that's what I talk about being a complete team. You can have the hottest bats in the world, but pitching and defense wins championships. Offense wins games. Now, we got to make sure we come along with the other two facets of the game at the same time.
You know what I find interesting with your pitching staff? You've got one dominant starter right now, and that's VMI commit JT Inskeep, your senior. I mean, the game he pitched, I think a week ago, Saturday, was absolutely dominant. And then the other day he got his pitch count up a bit, but still had a whole bunch of strikeouts. So he wins that game. And after that, what you've done is you've masterfully pieced together like 5 or 6 other arms to get you through games. You don't really even have a second or third starter, right? I mean, you basically pieced it together with different players. Like last night, you bring Gavin Whitehurst in to face a left-handed batter, 2 outs, 2 on. He gets a strikeout there. What is your thinking going forward? Is it sort of like Tampa Bay where you have openers?
Yeah, I mean, we play. We're private schools, so we play more games in a shorter period of time than the public schools are allowed to play. And so for us, we a lot of times will play 3 or 4 games a week, and you can't survive with only having two starting pitchers and 1 reliever, and it's just a reality. So we have to throw some guys out in the fire and find out who can make it happen and who needs to continue to work to get better. And I'm not shy, especially early, to throw a bunch of different arms and see what we're going to get, because when we get down the stretch, we're going to need them. But I think last night I used 7 pitchers in different situations, and I believe in playing matchups, and I firmly believe, if you look at the statistics across baseball, that a lefty-lefty matchup, our pitcher throwing against their left-handed batter is a good matchup, and we welcome that matchup. So obviously I wouldn't have pulled JT had his pitch count not been up, but regardless, if I have an opportunity to go lefty, hey, 2 of the extra hitters are left-handed, I'm going to put my left-handed pitcher on the mound. I'm going to do it every time.
That makes a lot of sense. And, the thing that is interesting about your team. You mentioned defensively. I mean, the one game you lost, you had like 3 or 4 errors in that game. And that's really not been matched since. So once in a while, you're going to get one of those anomalies. Looking forward to tonight. Tell me about the matchup. Tell me who your starter is.
Anthony Morton is starting on the mound for us tonight. Anthony's a mid-upper 80s righty. When he throws strikes, he's very, very good. Bishop Mack, from what I understand, they're a fast team. They like to run. They like to bunt. They're quick. They're going to be quality hitters, but their style of play is put the ball in play and apply pressure to the defense. And so the goal here is to just encourage Anthony to pound the zone, throw strikes, get ahead of hitters. And statistically, when you're consistently getting ahead of hitters, you are usually very successful.
Tell me about the league you play in, the TCIS. Some people say that's the toughest private school league in Virginia, the Tidewater Christian Independent Schools League, TCIS. You look at some of the teams in there. Some of them are not very competitive. Who are the top 2 or 3 teams you think in the TCIS that you're going to have to face when you get to the tournament in May?
Well, traditionally, at least for the last 3 or 4 years, Norfolk Christian has always been really tough. We beat them last night, so we already got that opponent out of the way, and that's also a little rivalry game for us. But we won that one 9-4 last night, and also you've got Nansen Suffolk that is tough. Cape Henry's tough. Norfolk Academy played in the Division I state championship game last year. Walsingham over in Williamsburg won the Division III state championship last year, and I can keep going. But across the board, the TCIS is as strong as it has ever been, and we actually get a lot of respect statewide, at least in the private school circles, just because they know that we're playing our TCIS schedule, and it's as tough as what a lot of teams are playing all year long.
All right, tonight's game, we're with Pat Nichols. Patrick Nichols is the head coach of the Greenbrier Christian Gators varsity baseball team. They're ranked 229 in the country. It's not bad. And number 2 in Virginia, could be number 1 pretty soon if they keep winning. They're 9-1 on the season. They're going to be teeing off tonight against Bishop McNamara from Maryland. That game, 6 p.m., first pitch. Don't miss it. We're on the air, WPMH AM 1010, 100.1 FM here in the Tidewater area, and wherever you are in America or the world, you can just get the game on our app, but you got to download it, so you got to go to your App Store or Google Play and download my app. Just put John Fredericks Show in the search bar. 6 o'clock, hit the button. We're on the air. Myself and my color analyst, Ragsdale, will be with us, Mark Ragsdale. Coach, tonight's game, good luck. Now, before we sign off, Coach, who's your pick for the final 2 in the NCAA?
Oh man, I'm hoping for. You know what? I grew up a Virginia Tech fan, and if I didn't say Virginia Tech, my dad would kill me. But so it's got to be probably Virginia Tech and North Carolina.
All right, Virginia Tech, North Carolina. Pat Nichols' choices. Mine are Houston and Duke. We'll see how that plays out. You, my friends, on the John Fredericks